Okay, folks, this takes me back to a time where I had the opportunity to meet Luigi and to marry him. I met him 3 times in 1992, and I could have married him in 92, but I never did, and I'm really upset. And when I think of this, I feel like I have regrets, folks, big regrets. Like I want to go back in time to the happy days, and I want to fucking have my life over again and just do it differently. But I know that there's no such thing as time travel, folks. It doesn't exist, and it never will in my books. Even though I love science, for all I do love science, I'm one of those scientific people that just doesn't believe in time travel. I don't, folks. I can't. It's not my thing. It's not what I believe in. I don't believe in time travel. I know it's such a wonderful thought, maybe, that you could go back in time and fix things that you fucked up and all that, but in the end it's not going to happen, folks. Maybe it's a good thing, but sometimes I wish I could just go back to 1992 and have it over again with a new mindset. And this is what we reminded of in this piece we're doing. We got here 90s vibes. So yeah, so we're looking at all this 90s type fashion and shit. They were a good time, folks, better than now. Now is shit. You know, the photocopier industry were starting to embrace us toner heads. Toner head is a word to describe basically a photocopier nerd or geek. We're toner heads, and basically toner heads don't get any kind of recognition anymore. We just get treated like shit, like we don't belong anywhere, whether it be in the industry, in the photocopier industry, or even we don't even belong in church. Church won't accept us. They think we're fucking heathen. So, yeah, so it's no longer, we're on the outside. And I also haven't had an art exhibition to my name. I've been in art exhibitions, like mostly amateur ones, and they're competitions, and I've never won an art prize, and that's come up looking quite interesting. I think I'll work with that. So I've never won an art prize in any arts competition, which is really quite disheartening, but you know, that's just it. You know, I missed the opportunities to it's bloody awful the way I could have done things differently in the 90s if I had have done it the right way. But basically I have to fucking just live with what I did and just suck it up. You know the old saying, folks, suck it up, buttercup. Suck it up. I've got to suck it up, folks. I fucked up. I may have fucked up, but I can't go back in time and rectify it. So I'm just going to have to suck it up, buttercup. As they say, suck it up, folks. Suck it up. However much I hate to be sucking it up, however much I hate the way things have become, the way the world has become so dark and horrid, and I'm not there to do anything. I can't do anything about it, folks. I can't change the world. I can't do anything. I can't do nothing, folks. Zip, zilch, nada. I just can't do anything to do something useful. I'd like to be able to change the world, folks. I have to somehow work my way around it. I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news on Channel 9, and I'm trying to get my face on the television to help fix the damage by going back, helping to try and locate where my partner Luigi got to all this time. It gets very lonely without him, and I'm just trying my hardest to find where he is. That's come up looking interesting. And I really get lonely without him, but I have nothing I can do about it, folks. So I have to live with what I've done. I have to live with the stupidities of my actions. I'd like it if I could go back in time to the 90s, to 1992, where we were with each other, Luigi and I, and the world was really a happy and wonderful place. It was just starting to become that way. I could have made a difference in the photocopier industry. I would have been welcomed. I would have been accepted, and they would have been really happy to have me. But now they don't care. In the old days, in the 90s, you could walk into a place like Canon and ask to use their equipment in the demonstration room, and basically they'd often let you in and do it. But now they wouldn't want you to. They have to make an appointment. It's really posh. It's really uppity. Really, like, there's no sense of feeling. There's no sense of love for the job that they do. They just hate their jobs and just do it as a fucking way of making dumb revenue. And they make these dumb people are so fucking stupid. They don't care about anything else but money. Money's become the way of the world, folks. The way business is done. Money is all that matters. There's no fucking interest in the industry. That's why photocopiers like this are a load of shit. That's why they don't last long. That's why they don't have new features to make them more exciting and more workable, more versatile. They don't care anymore, these people in the industry. They don't care. All they care about in the final analysis is what they can earn from it. They don't care about anything. They don't give a shit. And I'm not happy with that, folks. I could have made a difference. I could have made some new ideas. I could have thrown around some ideas of new features and stuff, but it never happened. And Luigi was studying to become a photocopier technician when we first met. And those days were wonderful. You didn't have all this social media, or mobile phones were just mainly a business tool, and the internet was just a new thing just being launched. And there was a certain simplicity about the 90s, a certain simplicity. And Luigi and I just kept running into each other. And when Luigi saw me, he gave me his landline number. So we had landlines back then. And there was something romantic about the landline, however inadequate they seem to be now. That now they're far too inconvenient. Like you got to be at home to use it, right? You got to be at home. And if you're not at home, there's no use. The landline, you might have an answering machine or an answering service, but you can't be there to just carry the phone around. And one of the disadvantages of those, that looks better, of those romantic days. One of the disadvantages, folks. But there was something still really appealing about that time, folks, about that place in history that you just won't get here and now, because there's a lot of unhappiness in the world, lots of trouble and poverty and all that sort of shit. Conflict, all sorts of shit, folks, going down. The cost of living has gone up. There's all sorts of shit that isn't good about the 2020s. And Luigi and I are now having to rely on the mainstream media as well as social media to get ourselves back together again, to get Luigi and I together. I just wish Channel 9 would fucking hurry it up and get my stuff to air. I'm not getting any younger, folks. My body's dying on me. I've already lost the best years of my life, folks. I've gone through menopause, post-menopause now, and I'm not going to get my youth back, folks. It's one thing I can't get. However much I want it with interest, I don't have it. Unfortunately, the people from school and the people from church who hated me helped me make the wrong decisions, and this is where I am now, largely because of them, those bitches. But what can we do, folks? I've got to try and get on the 6 o'clock news. I hope my stuff really makes a splash. I want to get in touch with Luigi pronto, folks. It's difficult. We haven't got the 90s aesthetic. It's all horrible 2020s and counting, and this has come up really nice. I think we can now call this 90s finished.